Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into, well, deep water actually, all about canoe safety.
Sounds like fun.
It is,
Mm.
but safety first, right? So we're checking out this YouTube video. It's called Motor City Paddle Club, Essential Online Canoe Safety Course.
Motor City Paddle Club.
Yeah, they're a kayak and canoe rental business.
Mm.
So I figured, they've probably seen it all, seen every mistake, every close call.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They must have some good advice.
Exactly. And that's what we're here for, right? To get
Mhm.
those, like, maybe even not so obvious tips that can make a canoe trip both fun and safe.
Absolutely. It's not just about avoiding disaster. It's about, feeling confident and empowered out there on the water.
Right. So let's jump in. They start with this pre-trip checklist.
Mm.
And, okay, we all know about life jackets, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
But they get into some stuff I hadn't really thought about,
Oh, like what?
like checking the weather. I mean, yeah, you check the forecast, but they're talking microclimate.
Right, correct climate.
Yeah, like a lake surrounded by hills.
Oh.
The wind there can be totally different from open water.
Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess you'd want to know that before you're out there battling gusts.
Totally. And they recommend using specific resources like windy.app or NOAA's website.
Oh, yeah, those are great. Not just for rain or shine, but for wind speed and direction, too.
Mhm.
Crucial for canoeing.
Right. Who knew? And, okay, this might seem obvious, but they emphasize telling someone where you're going, like your route and when you'll be back.
Oh, right. Just in case something happens. It's like a safety net.
Exactly. Easy to forget in all the excitement of planning.
Totally.
Another thing they stress is a first aid kit. And not just any kit. They talk about specific injuries, like blisters, sprains.
Oh, from rocks or fishing gear, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you want stuff like antiseptic wipes, waterproof bandages, pain
Makes
relievers.
sense, especially if you're miles from help.
It's making me think, like, wouldn't it be great if there was a first aid course specifically for outdoor stuff?
Oh, absolutely. That would be super useful.
Then they mention a whistle and dry bags.
Dry bags, those are key.
Not just for your phone, but like, what if your map gets soaked?
Yeah.
Or you need a signal for help?
Yeah, a whistle carries way further than yelling.
Okay, so next up, gear check. They're really big on securing everything in the canoe.
Oh, right, because of stability, right.
Exactly. They get into the physics a bit,
Mhm.
explaining how a canoe's stability depends on keeping your weight low and centered.
Makes sense. So, if a loose bag slides around, that could mess things up.
Totally.
Huh.
And a heavier cooler or backpack,
Yeah.
that's even more important to secure.
For sure.
They also suggest a spare paddle. Seems like overkill until you imagine breaking 1 mile from shore.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Good point.
Now, on the water safety, they talk a lot about balance and movement.
So, no standing up for that perfect Instagram shot, huh?
Nope. Remember that center of gravity thing?
Mm.
Standing up throws everything off.
Yeah, much more likely to tip. It's like trying to balance on a log, right?
Exactly. They also get into paddling techniques and communication, like
Yeah.
paddling in sync, clear hand signals.
Oh, right, hand signal.
Only give examples, like flat hand means stop, pointing is for direction.
And patting your head is like, watch out, or something, right?
Yeah, for a potential hazard. It's like learning a new language, but for the water.
That's a good way to put it.
Emergencies, they make a good point.
Yeah,
Even experienced paddlers can run into trouble.
absolutely. You never know what might happen.
They say the most important thing is to stay calm. Panic leads to bad decisions.
Right, and if you capsize, stay with the canoe. It's easier to spot than a person in the water.
And that's when that whistle comes in handy.
Yeah.
They also talk about practicing self-rescue techniques. Did they say how someone can do that safely?
Yeah, they recommend finding a calm, shallow area, maybe with supervision from a paddling club or something.
So like a controlled environment.
Exactly. That way you build confidence and muscle memory.
Makes sense.
It-
Okay, last but not least, respecting the environment.
It's not just about us, right? It's about protecting the places we love.
Packing out all your trash, using designated launch sites, leaving wildlife alone.
Right, so future generations can enjoy these spots too.
They also mentioned things I wouldn't have thought of, like invasive species and cleaning equipment.
Oh, right, those are important too.
Invasive species can really mess up ecosystems, even create hazards for paddling.
Yeah, imagine paddling through a thick mat of weeds. Yuck.
And cleaning your gear prevents them from spreading.
Makes sense.
So it all ties together, right? Preparation, awareness, and respect for the environment, and all adds up to a safer and more enjoyable trip.
Exactly. And remember, this is just a starting point. They suggest checking out the American Canoe Association and the U.S. Coast Guard's website for more in-depth info.
Great resources. And here's something to think about. What other skills could you learn to enhance your paddling adventures? maybe advanced paddling strokes, navigation, or even wilderness first aid. The learning never stops, right?
That's what makes it fun.
Until next time.
See you then.